In this video of Deathball, we're going to discuss, did Deathball 2.0 actually make this game less popular? You're going to be surprised by the data that I found, and it's really shocking. So without further ado, stay tuned for the whole video, and let's get into it. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, to give you guys the lore, the backdrop, story, all that jazz, Deathball and his team took like a 1 year, like basically hiatus to work on a different game and just essentially not care about this game at the moment, and then came back and on April 12th, so almost a month, so we got about a month of data. The new Deathball 2.0, so to speak, came out, and I want to, investigate, is this game more popular now? Is it worse? That kind of thing. And I found some interesting data that shows this game is actually less popular now than the few months before it had the big update. And I got some good old data to show it. Okay, so if you go on RaleighMons.com, it shows a bunch of data and such, like new visits, new likes, like percent, but the really main one is the concurrent players, like how many people are actively playing at once throughout the day, And so we want to, basically just look at the data and see what it was like before the big update came out, and then what it was like after. So if you guys notice right here, this is when they were doing the testing phase for Deathball 2.0, and then April 12th is when they officially came out with it. So we come over here, we go to April 12th. We actually had a peak of 14,000 active players playing it at once as of 8 p.m. Good time. And then, we go down, we drop. So we go down. It drops literally within one day, it drops 4,000 people. Rough, so to speak. And then it goes back up, to 13,000. And then drops to 10, lower 10s. A little bit 11.5, so a little bit up, and then starts to drop down more, and then it's like hitting below double digits. This is interesting. And it goes back up, down, up, and then it goes back down. And now, right now, it's below the 10 thing. So you might be wondering, well, how does this prove that it's less popular now? Well, if we look at data before it, so if we go from April, let's see, March, February. Let me go back a little bit more. January. So we go January, February, March. So we get like 3 months of data. We can go back more, but you'll get the point. So if you see, you see how it has 1 line, 2 line, 3 lines, 4 lines, 5K, 10K, 15K. If you look at all from January, if we keep going back, we'll just keep going back. It literally didn't dip until like December is when it dipped below 10,000 concurrent. So from that point on, from December 5th all the way up, keep going until it like dips like right back down there in April. So from like December to April, it was above 10,000 literally consistently. Like it did not, it literally was not dropping below this second white line right here. So you can see, and then as soon as the game comes out, the new update on April 12th, it's immediately going right below it. And that's the weird part, because like you would think it wouldn't, you would expect a spike on the first day and then it's go down a little bit, but within a couple weeks it's below the double digits. But before the update, when there has been an update for months, over 6 months, it's still rocking consistently above 10,000 with no updates. But then as soon as the update comes out, you would think it would still be consistent, like right around here, but it's dropping below the second line, which means it's below 10,000, like right here. So it's wild. I saw that. I wanted to see the data, and it's like it's consistently showing that like the past 4 or so months, it's been, oh my gosh, it's been doing pretty good, and then like really started dipping at least, and then that was like November 20th where it really hit a dip. But from that moment on, it was pretty consistent. Like even in January, it had like 15,000, 16,000, and it still was like doing pretty good. And you would think the trajectory would still be above, but multiple times we've hit 1, 2, 3. We've hit multiple days consistently just below that 10,000. So that's just showing me that this new update seems like it's doing worse damage in terms of concurrent viewer or concurrent players than before there was even no updates, before people were just having fun doing their thing, before the new heroes came out, before the new maps, the new game modes. It was doing better. So that comes to the question, why? And that's the tricky part, because there definitely can be some answers to that. I think at least one of the big reasons why some people will probably say, I can understand to a certain extent, is when the new game came out. It is basically very similar to the other game. Basically, 1 year has passed between updates, and they added, you know, a couple heroes, a couple maps, and they added other stuff too, but a lot of it is just like trying to get your money at the end of the day. You know, you have this, which, yeah, you get a couple free things, but in a way, it kind of feels like gambling, because you don't know what's behind here. So in a way, you're taking a gamble by only paying 19 Robux. And then you get free, which in reality, you're not really getting it for free if you think about it. You're paying 19 Robux to get the free item. And then you have this element where you don't know what's up. You can get some really lucky stuff. So in a way, it's kind of like gambling. And like same right here, like some of these you can play for free. So just click that. Oh my gosh, this is really cool. Continue. And then like right here, play for 99 Robux. So they have different things, and I've taken screenshots of different things and such too, of little different things that are just, I don't even care about this. I don't even care. No, I just want to go. Just go back. Take me back to the lobby. I don't care about the plan, but whatever. He's implemented multiple ways to get things, and then like if you come over here to like spend Robux, and like right here, like you want this is really cool. You gotta spend a lot. It's 2% chance. And then these, boom. So, for some reason, it's just, before this big update came out, it's like people like the old style of it. People enjoyed it. Even though there's no updates, it will still have this weird, consistent basis. And it still does, but it seems like it's a little bit less. But now it's like, it's worse. Slightly worse. And it's weird because they have ranked back. They have new modes back. They have new heroes back, or added. So like you would think it would be either the same the past few months or better, but it's not. So I'm really curious to see what another month of data will show. If it'll, you know, maybe it'll spike up. So, but it's almost been a month, and it seems like it's really didn't lift this game. All it really is showing is like sub. It's just adding little stuff here and there, and it's trying to get us to spend Robux, which at the end of the day is not inherently a bad thing. It's a business move. Like, he's just throwing it more in our face to spend Robux. And it seems like, at least to me, what I'm getting the vibe of is, I don't know if they're going to be putting more major updates into this game, but more smaller, frequent updates. Just to, you know, keep us going, like this one live TDM, you know. I played the one live TDM and it tied, and because of the tie, I went to the team that was like on the left side. So it just felt like for a player, it's like, did you really put the time into effort to really like make sure that like it just felt like they didn't really put a lot of time into it. They just kind of like, oh, here's this game mode, blah blah blah, and that's what I feel like it's gonna be like in the future. It's just they're gonna kind of give us like, you know, just some updates, and they'll be all right, but that's about it. It's not gonna feel like they're gonna put like a giant, you know, energy into updates and such. I could be wrong. Maybe they'll come out with some big solid updates. Do I necessarily blame Sub? I mean, he can do what he wants. This is his game. I'm a critic at the end of the day. I like to do investigative work. I like to do all that stuff. It's just what I like to do, and I know I've been part of the Deathball community for a hot minute and such, made tons of videos, and, you know, I have good insight and such, but yeah, it's weird looking at the data for at least 1 month that it seemed like it's going worse. So I'm really curious to see what the next month's going to be, if it's going to keep going down, stay the same, or go up. And then if it goes up, then I'll just make another video and be like, hey, it's picking up, like that kind of thing. So it's not like I want this game to die. I do not want this game to die. I'm just analyzing the data and being like, oh, it seems like this new update didn't really help out that much. But this person right here is saying play the game. What do you mean? Like, how will that determine if I'm legit? I have YT in my name. I have YT. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I can't even type. Anyway, play the game if you're the real one. What? Why is that relevant? I'm trying to understand the logic. What? Okay, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, enough of that. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Let me know what your guys thought. I'd love to hear from the community and such. And you guys all have a good one, and bye-bye.